I'm gonna split us in 3 rooms so we can have time to talk with each other better. Did everybody receive the questions, guys?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so let's do it. Just a sec. Let me see. So that's okay. I'm gonna send you the invites and see you in the end of the immersion, guys. Have fun. Bye-bye. So hello, guys. Let's begin. Number 1, we already did, which is introduce ourselves. So let's go to number 2. Warley, how do you define meritocracy?
In my opinion, it's a system where progress and success, for example, are based on individual talent and effort, um, rather than factors like social status, wealthy or privilege, I guess.
Very nice. What about you, Marcos? Do you agree with him? Do you have a different view of it?
Yeah, I sent the message because I don't have I can't see the question. But
okay.
I think this meritocracy is I don't know how can I explain in English, but is you win. I don't know if it's the correct word. You win something about in your. Oh my gosh, it's hard now. I'm forgot the words. I will think about that. I will answer.
Okay, that's
time.
okay. Take your time to think and we'll move on with Newton, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Newton, what about you? What do you understand by meritocracy?
Oh, yes. I think that's a reward for a person in work or in your house with your sons, in order to how can I say, when you alcança, atinge, fala em português, um, um, orders, work, you make a reward in order to have a prize for someone in the job, in work, or in the house.
Very nice, very nice. Do you agree? Do you have a different view? Want to talk about it? What about you, Marcos?
I agree. I can't remember the some words is the difficult, but I know what is meritocracy is you conquist something about your all powers. I don't know the correct words about your work, for example, and then know in with help in the others people or the parents, the colleagues, and put you in the determinate position for. I believe it is this. I forgot the word about this, but I think it is. You take the position for for you conquist, for your ability, skills, and it is not for your other peoples. I think it is it.
That's exactly it. By the definition, meritocracy is like the idea that people in general is like a rule by definition, that people in general, they get, for example, higher positions and achievements, not based on their social class, but based on their own achievements. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm a very poor woman or if I come from a very, very rich family. I can be a CEO for a company one day. That's the meritocracy by definition. So let's keep that in mind. Let's go to the next question. Marcos, that being said, do you think meritocracy is real or do you believe it's an utopia?
I believe that exists. Meritocracy exists, and some parts and some, for instance, some companies we can see the meritocracy when some people take progress in careers, but I believe it to not existing in public state, for example, in the rules in the manager for the state, the city, the government. I don't believe in the meritocracy here there, because is so much the who indicate there in the public state, in the social state, for the government. I think it's very difficult. There are meritocracy there.
Very nice. Do you agree with him, Warley? What do you think?
In my opinion, meritocracy is an idea that many societies are looking for, but I believe it's more an utopia in our actual situation. I think to have a meritocracy system, we should start from the same place. And I think that in our society nowadays, that's impossible. There is a lot of unequal access to resources, for example. So, in my opinion, it's a real utopia.
It's a real utopia. Very nice. Newton, do you agree with the guys?
Yes, I agree. Meritocracy is real because companies in general do this system of reward in order to how can I say, avaliar your employees and to give him more salary or no positions. I think it's real. It's real.
Very nice. Guys, just like Warley, I believe that it's a real utopia. I think that it doesn't exist anywhere because meritocracy itself, by definition, it should be like a rule. Like anyone can do anything and get to the same position from different social classes, for example. And we all know that's not true because just like Warley said, there are different access for poor and rich people, very different access. And inside companies, for example, in my opinion, I also believe that doesn't exist because it doesn't matter most of the times how hard you work. It only matters what your employer, your boss wants to do, because you can work your ass off and you can earn very little money. Your salary can be awful and you don't get promoted, and other people who have good relationships, or the one that can send them to good positions in the company, get in higher positions way faster than other people would do. And in life, that's not true, because everything that we do in life, it doesn't count only the effort that we put on it. It counts a lot the people that we know, the network that we do with people who can make us bridge to where we want to go. So only the effort, I believe, that won't be enough to take you somewhere, because it depends for a lot of things like access, network, money, opportunities, luck. So there are a lot of variables that can change your path, not only for the effort. So number 4, Newton. Do you believe that students from different social classes have same college and employment opportunities?
No, I don't believe it. I think it's impossible in our reality in Brazil, especially in Brazil. Students from better colleges or having more money, they have better opportunities too. I think in general in Brazil it's a reality that I have seen. That's it.
That's true. That's true. Wiley, and you?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. As I said, I think that there is a lot of unequal access to quality education and system barriers among these students, and I think that it can significantly limit opportunities to them. So I don't think so. They have the same opportunities.
And you, Marcos?
Yeah, I agree with the boys there. People different class, I think don't have I think don't have a real opportunity equal to opportunity, because the we have some companies make search the special people that make specifically college, and then other people don't have this opportunity to make this college, don't have opportunity for participate in this process, and it is one way to exclude, I don't know if exclude exclude these people, the the first step, and I think is not not so cool, but helped a lot. I saw this in LinkedIn very well every day. We saw opportunities wholly with specifically university, specifically college. I think uh, even ask English is a kind of exclusion. Uh, the people, right? Because there are people don't have opportunities we have now, for example, to try to earn learning as in English and to practically improve in English. And so uh, I really don't believe in equalities in this opportunity in the world.
Very nice. Guys, on my experience in college, I studied computer science, and the course was full time. We had classes in the morning and in the afternoon. and it was very complicated because this is very difficult for people who have to work while they're in college, which was my case. I had to work, so I had to work on holidays. I got a job that I worked on holidays and on the weekends because during the week I couldn't. And I had colleagues that they had to work at night through the uh, I forgot, madrugada. They work that night and till the sun goes down. And the differences, they are very big. For example, I had colleagues that they had to go out of their houses 5 a.m. to get 2, 3 buses to get to college. But I also had colleagues that they had a car and they got in college in like 20 minutes in their own car, like 20, like 18, 19 kids. They have their own car going to college. So people with their differences, they have different energy, they have different state of mind to focus on the class, to learn. They have different worries in life. So yeah, they're all in college. That's a big privilege compared to all of the rest, but it's a different experience for everyone. So there are people that I know that didn't ever make an internship during college, but they got out of college and they are earning like 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 reais. And there are people that they had to work like a lot of internships to get money because people need money and they earn much, much less. So it doesn't matter if you are in the same place. There are a lot of other things that depends on your abilities, depends on your access, depends on your network, depends on, not only depends, but social class in the end of the day, in the when you're going to get a work, it kind of does makes a difference. So I don't believe that they have the same opportunities because I've seen it doesn't. It's like, it's not about, oh, I believe these or that. I see it happens all the time. So for me, that's it. Also about college, Marcos, do you believe that quotas, social quotas, are really fair?
Yeah, I think it's help some people, but I think we have to discuss more about, because just have codes just one class. I think nowadays the politics will expand this class. I don't know if it is correct, because we know that people begin the college in codes, but these people have opportunity to pass out for code, and it's complicated, and we have the more how can I say rigor in English in the fiscalizar how it is work for the pass only the people who need for the in the code, not the people who say, I think I need because I'm the social different, because the people have opportunity and they study a lot of college, the very price expensive, and anything else. Yeah.
In the case that social quotas, I bring like people who studied in public schools have social quotas, for example. Do you think it's fair for people who didn't study in private schools to have quotas at in college?
So it's as I said that depends because I have some friends that is a black man and they have money and study grade school and go to the college in the code. Uh, I ask you why you use the code if you had a great opportunity in your childhood in your high school and because I'm black, I go. It's opportunities to me. Independent it's my finance social class. I I will and yes, I'm here. Because it's not so fair, man. If you can, you take your opportunity for other people that don't have your opportunity like you. And I think not so fair.
Yeah. Wiley, what do you think about this?
I think they may not be perfect, but I think quotas help a lot to promote diversity and inclusion. But as Marco said, we see and we saw a lot of cases that people using quotas unfairly. So in general, I think they should be well implemented, and I think that's the main point. But I think that's so important. That's really important.
What do you think about this, Newton?
I think social quotas it is fair, my opinion, because we have in Brazil a bad income distribution. So I think it's fair in order to help for people that don't have conditions, that have true conditions in order to have better study. I think it's fair in my opinion. My opinion, it's fair.
Very nice. So I also think it's fair, and I believe that there isn't in the world a perfect system for everything, for anything. There isn't a perfect system. Everything we can find flaws, but in general, social quotas, they are to include people who had less access than other people had. Like, for example, people who studied in public schools all life. We all know that the education in public school, they are, it's very, the quality in general is not as good as in the private school, because in the private school people are focused on getting the teenagers into college. They're not focused on only to, okay, let's teach this. They're focused on like teaching kids how to pass the exam. Most of the private colleges, they do that, so they're training them to do exactly what they have to do in the end. So it's very different, and not only for public schools but also the racial quotas. I think it's very necessary because it's about giving access to people who, by history and by anything that we see in life, they have less opportunities and access to go to college, to get good jobs, to get good salaries. So that's a way, a mean that they find to get these people in college and they get their higher education. So I think that's very important. And yeah, answering the question, yeah, I guess I think it's fair, but it's not the end. Like, it's not only social quotas. There are a lot of things to be done. So there are a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. Where's Marcus? Hello? You dropped. Hello, are you there, Marcus?
I'm sorry, my internet is stable here.
That's
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go on.
Number
Let's go to
7.
number 7. Yeah, number 7, because we talked about number 6. Let's do
Yeah.
it wirely. Do you believe that we're only ones responsible for our own success?
I think individual effort and determination and all of that play a significant role in success, but also external factors as access to education, so socioeconomic background, and financial situation in general has a lot of influence on in one's success. So I think it's not a specific point. I think there is a lot of point that impacting on that. So I think more it's more about external factors than the individual efforts.
Very nice. And you, Marcus?
Yeah, I believe in wake up early to work and study hard, but I believe in luck too. That we to win something in our life, we have to perspective and put you on goal for the life and run. Uh, I don't know in English, correr atrás. And but I believe it too. If you have a good network, if you work don't do very well, the network can help too. It's like to the talk meritocracy, the early. I think this can help something about your opportunity to can the the people see your work uh, the other the other way, and when you do work very well and make your network, and you if you're responsible for your success and with help the world and the luck.
Nice. Interesting. Very nice. Newton, what's your opinion about this?
In my opinion, in part, I believe that we are responsible for our success. But there are other things. Many cases, I have seen person that start make a big effort, but when he or she is not accompanied, uh, unfortunately, uh, these people um, were persecuted by someone, um, um, don't have their effort recognized, something like that. There's in their life problems with person in life. I think that's it. In part, you have to make an effort, but there are situations in life that that is bad for some people.
Well, I really agree with you. I believe that it's important that we put effort in anything that we want to achieve in life, but our effort is not the only thing that is responsible for the called success. Because, like Warley said, there are many external factors that impact the things that we achieve in life and where we do where we go. Because we have to cultivate good relationships anywhere we go, not only on work, but here on Talk and Talk, for example. We're here as a community. We're here, we have to cultivate good relationship with other, to help each other, to help a friend, to answer a question, to make a question and get an answer, to, okay, in my case, for example, as a host, I say to the other guys, I can't host the immersion next week, so anybody please can replace me. And there are a lot of people, they're always willing to take our places, to make the wheel to turn and to make everything happen. So the relationship in anything is important, because there are a lot of key people in our lives that they impact us a lot. Like, for example, I met Warley here, and later I can get a job opportunity by talking to him, like something we have in common, and he can indicate me, for example, and things like that. But there are many, many factors that we don't control that impact our success, that impact our lives. But I think that the things that we do have control in life, we had to put the maximum effort. We had to, we have to give our best, because the things that we control is just a small part, is just a little bit tiny part. So we have to do our best, so that the other part we can't control can meet the part that we put in effort. So for me, that's the thing.
Vicky, just one point. It's unfair and random, but I think it's greater if you are prepared, if you are well prepared, if you are studying and you are working well. So that's better to do that.
Yeah, that's it, because I believe in luck, and it's not always that you're gonna wake up and have a great opportunity in the day, but you have a good, if you have a good opportunity and you're not prepared, it goes to garbage. It doesn't, it makes no sense. But if you are prepared and you have a good opportunity, it doesn't matter if it's by a friend, by a network at your job or somewhere else. If you are prepared, that it's like halfway. So it's important to always to
That's the point.
uh,
That's the
that's
point.
halfway, and it's the only part that we can control. The other part, the other people, the like economics, our family, social position, we can't control that. So we have to accept what we can control and manage what we can't control. The little
I
things.
can't skate you, but if you don't know how work a lot of thing, you don't matter. Don't matter, and the main how can I say this? Uh, I can't skate you, but if you're not prepared, não vai adiantar.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're like a CEO from a good company. If you indicate me to be like a manager and I'm not prepared, I can get the position, but in like weeks, I'm going down because I'm not good for to do the job properly. That's it. So let's skip to the last question, guys. Newton, do you consider yourself a privileged person?
Um, no,
No?
I'm not privileged. I I have problems when I was a child, um, but and have it difficult to study because I didn't have uh, enough food when I was a child. But I won in the life. I think I won the life. I'm retired now. I'm retired now, and I'm account. I work for myself, and as accountant now. I think privilege, no, but I think that I have to thank God and the effort that I make in life. It's a real result for me, I think.
Very nice.
That's it.
And sorry.
Oh, no, no. Yes, that's it.
Thanks for sharing, Newton. Marcos, what about yourself?
I think I was able to go to a privileged college, and I think I was a privileged person because I had help for my grandmother to pay my college with me. I pay one part, she pay another part. I think it's make me more privileged because I didn't need to study for NA, the public, the university it is. Because I studied for my high school in the public school, but I had a opportunity to make a college in the private college. I think because this, I think it is I was I am the privileged person.
Very nice. And you, Wiley, are you a privileged person?
Somehow, yeah, I think so. I have certain advantages and opportunities that others may not have because of socioeconomical background, education, and something like that. And while my family had a lot of challenges, I never had a lack of food at home, for example. So for me, that was a privilege, a real privilege.
That's it. It is a privilege. So, as for me, guys, I also consider myself privileged in so many ways because I believe that being privileged in some aspects in life, it doesn't mean that your life is easy, that you have lack of challenges of your life, that everything comes for you in a tray, like you don't have to put effort in anything. But some aspects, like I had the opportunity to study English when I was young. I had like the opportunity to go to a private school for a period of time. I was in public, I was my high school, it was in public school, and after that I managed to go to a public college as well. It is a great education. So I also work remotely. For me, that's a big privilege. And I do have many challenges working remotely. It's not always easy. It has many challenges. But for me, it is a privilege because the challenges that I had working in the office, they were way bigger. They were way more difficult to deal. So for me, this kind of things, they are big privileges. Uh, So that's it, guys. I'm calling our colleagues back to the main room so we can be together in those last minutes.
Vicky, I think to work remotely is a really good privilege.
It is.
I'm working in the model hybrid today, and when I go to the company, I wake up 4 the morning, and for start the begin the work is 7.
Four.
I pass almost 2 hours in the traffic. I put the bus and the train and the subway to go there. My company is very complicated. It's very I very tired. I work there. When I work remotely, I wake up 20 minutes before I start the work. It's very different.
Very, very different. And it is a great privilege because, like, in your job, it is possible to perform your work remotely, but there are positions, there are jobs that we can do remotely, for example. So it's awesome.
In the pandemic, I work in 100% remotely. It was very great, very good to me. Every day is don't worry about traffic in the by train. Here in Rio de Janeiro, train is horrible. So many people out. And here in the remodeling, I don't wanna work 100 presential for more in my life.
That's it, me neither. Hello, guys, welcome back. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Monique, how was the conversation in the other room?
That was very nice. We could respond every question, all the questions, and that was a pleasure talk with Elio and Panda.
You answered all the questions?
Yes.
Wow. Very nice, very nice. Congrats. So, Fernando, did you have fun?
Yeah, the conversation was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because we had different opinions, and this conversation remind me that it's possible to have a really nice conversation with different opinions. Because especially politically speaking, it's difficult to bear this in mind nowadays, and we had this, so it was really good, really nice.
I'm really happy to hear that because by the last years that we passed, that's very true. It's very hard to think very different and have a nice conversation out there. But here in Talk and Talk, there are sometimes that I bring like difficult questions to answer because can touch sensible spots in our beliefs that it out there it can be very hard to speak, and here I also feel that it's a safe place to work, to speak, to talk, and to disagree. I can feel comfortable to disagree completely with other person, and the person is still listening and is still respecting and is answering and showing the other side that the person believes. That's very nice, guys. So, who else? Wanda, how was it for you? You're muted.
Right, Vincent.
Okay. It's hard to talk about meritocracy, but okay for improve our English. And in my room is so good because Monique and Elio is a beautiful person, and talk with them is a pleasure. Was a pleasure.
Oh, very nice, guys. I'm so happy you had fun. Here in the mail room, I also had a lot of fun talking with the boys, Warley, Marcos, and Newton. It was very, very nice conversation. And I'm gonna send you guys the survey link. It also goes to your email if you check, but I like to send here as well. So you can rate the immersion and also leave suggestions. What do you want to talk about? If you have a good topic you want to share, you want to talk about with us, leave suggestions for us. And I'd like to thank you, each one of you, for being here today. It was lovely conversation. It was beautiful. And I hope to see you guys next week, because next week we're going to talk about money. It can also be a sensible topic.
Money is good, I don't have.
Really don't have it.
So it's for people who don't have money and who does have money. Everybody can come. It's very democratic immersion. Don't worry.
Okay.
So thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Vicky.
very much,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.